So, my job as a gang stalker is to be a mother of a whole bunch of children. And what we do is we set up, next to a targeted individual, whether it's an apartment or a home, a trailer park, a cabin, a resort, a yacht, a boat. It doesn't matter. We set up me, my husband, who's also a gang stalker, and all my children who are also gang stalking children. A lot of people don't really believe us when we say that there's so many gang stalking children out there. It's unbelievable. But you guys have to think that how would this gang stalking and all this, you know, fuckeration that we do goes on if we didn't have the proper people playing in the proper roles. So my role is to be a mother of, like I said, a lot of children. And I love my husband, and we have great jobs, and we do good for our community, and we get to know each target individual family. I think what a lot of people have to understand out there is that this gang stalking world is filled with so many of us. Some of us are just here to do our job, and that's what I'm here for. Our job is basically to adapt to the environment that this targeted individual person or people or family is living in. And that's when we come and we bring in the children, the loud music, the noise, the ha ha ha, the laughing, sometimes the smoking, the drinking, the basketball bouncing, the writing, the anything that we can bother these people with, we do. Now there's sometimes we do have to change our demeanor, and who's to say, people tell me that there's no way I can be such a bad person. But in all actuality, I'm kind of trained just to be this way. I'm really an evil person. I try not to act like it because I don't want to scare any of my targeted individual families away. It's a real treat to watch these families suffer. If only they knew. If only they knew the things that we do. Now, in certain gang stalking families, we always have to have the husband. And the husband is this big, macho, manly man who's able to do everything, to fix anything, build anything, take anything apart. This is so that if our targeted individual family needs something, they can kind of come to their neighbor, which would be us, the family, husband, wife, kids, and they can ask us for help. This is a tactic for my gang stalking husband to go into their home, to scope it out, to see where there's things at, where, what's hanging off the wall, what door to come into, what window they have. And this is our main adventure. This is something that we have to take pride in, because if we don't follow instructions properly, it won't work out the right way. When my husband goes over there, he looks and he sees where he can plant things, where things have been planted, and if we need to move things around. It's very important that we keep a good reputation with our targeted individual neighbors, because we always want them to think that they can trust. See, the key thing is for them to gain our trust. As a family, as a unit, they see that my husband is a manly man who's a hard worker, and I'm a good, hard-working mother, and I take care of all my children. We have pets, and, we just enjoy our time. And I know a lot of targeted individual families wonder, is the same type of harassment happening to their children when they drop them off at school, or they drop them off at the mall, or they drop them out to eat, or wherever they're at? Does the same harassment happen? I hate to be the one to tell you, but it sure does. Yes, it does. These gang stalking children are everywhere, and they bombard the kids just as much as the adults get bombarded. The same type of action that we give the adults is the same type of action that these children get. Sometimes it's pretty sad to see what the harassment can evolve to when the gang stalking children get out there to do what they have to do. And the one thing that they normally do is to harass. And yes, they do bother them, and yes, they do hurt them, but this is what they're trained to do. We're all trained to do it.